Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. This is our weekly update. There's no Q&A, and we're going to run through the other games really fast so we can get to the interesting part, which is the new update for Injustice. So, WWE Immortals, the online is for Evolved Roman Reigns, and the challenge is for Swashbuckler Seth Rollins. For Mortal Kombat X, the online is regular, and there is no challenge, and there's an early access pack for Reptile Kraken. And
so this now brings us right to the meat of it. This is Injustice. Online is a regular season. The current challenge is Dawn of Justice Superman. Plus, we're going to include a new addition to our updates, that the current Survivor gear set, which people seem to always ask about. It's LexCorp, and it will be until March the 10th if the display is to be believed.
yeah, and something really interesting is the new intro video is actually an ad for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice.
And we've got tickets for the 26th already, which is the Saturday after the Friday that's out, so we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, so it looks interesting.
So we finally got update 2.8.0 for Android yesterday, and it's a bit of a mixed bag.
There's new gears for each of the Dawn of Justice characters. You can get them in a slightly more expensive Dawn of Justice gear pack, and the drop rate is not awful, but also not great. All three are 3-star gears that evolve into 4-star gears, and none of them are groundbreaking, but they're decent.
Wonder Woman, her Lasso of Truth. So 20% damage boost to Special 2, okay. Heal, self, 18% on Special 2, also good, so it's a Special 2 sort of boost for anybody else. But for Wonder Woman, what I like that's interesting and new is that on tagging there's more than a third chance of power drain. I'd like to test that out and see how it works and how often it actually it makes a difference in a fight.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting, but it's also setting a weird precedence for extra character-specific gear cards.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit weird.
Well, we've had that one for Batman already, right? The Batman Batmobile?
Oh, yeah, but that's a different one. That's like a premium gear, right? Like
Legendary.
A 5-star gear, yeah.
So, Clark Kent's glasses is pretty much like the Zatanna's magic wand and Flash's hyperspeed plated suit, where you get the power gen increase, you get the crit chance on Special 1, and again, something new that hasn't been there before. Well, I guess it has, but it's that he can disable enemy specials 100% on Special 1.
Which is cool.
Because usually it's a chance to disable specials, right?
Yeah.
So this
Even
is
if it turned out that it was 100%, this is actually more useful information.
And Batman, another health boost. I guess his Silicon Carbide Batsuit is a health boost.
Yeah.
His Batmobile is
a big health boost, yeah.
And so, disable enemy specials, this is only a 40% chance on Special 2. And more of a stun chance on tag-in. So, maybe this is another way to really take advantage of the Cloak of Destiny.
Yeah, and I really like the eyebrow arch of the cowl. It just looks funny to me.
Alright, so let's take a look at some of the other additions on this particular update.
Yeah, so the new characters are the expected Dawn of Justice versions of Batman, Superman, and the Superman is the current challenge, and Wonder Woman. And then there's also Antimatter Sinestro and Kondak Black Adam.
Right, that are listed in the notes but aren't available yet. So, Dawn of Justice Batman is in a special Dawn of Justice gold pack that is slightly more than regular gold pack, and we'll get to that actually.
With this like weird fat bat symbol on his stomach.
Yeah, no
on
kidding.
his chest, sorry.
Well, you know what? I think that's taken from the Frank Miller version of Dark Knight Returns. So it's what I read was that a lot of the imagery was inspired by Miller's Dark Knight Returns.
That would make sense.
So to me, this looks like Reverse Flash's passive, but maybe a little bit different. So instead of there's a chance of it happening, Reverse Flash, it happens every time on the first one, right? And then there's a chance of it happening a couple more times.
Yeah.
But this is even better because if it triggers, then there's a chance to stun.
Oh, 100% chance to stun.
Alright, so it says that, but if the other card, and we'll try to maybe do a demonstration of this later, or not later, but in another video, is that if the other player is blocking, it blocks in time, that there's only the stun like the one
One
bit of
damage?
and then it doesn't actually stun.
Okay.
So, but there's a chance of it like 100% chance as long as you're not blocking.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's pretty darn interesting. The drop rate in the Dawn of Justice gold pack is slightly
more
for the rare cards. So
yeah.
you know, like the Red Sun, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Solomon Grundy, and the console unlocks like animated Batman Beyond,
who you almost never get.
Right, and Arkham Knight Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
They're actually dropping relatively commonly. We've seen people estimating that it's about a 1 in 20 drop for Dawn of Justice Batman, and that seems about right to us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Superman.
So he's the challenge, but he's also in a pack that you can buy with real-life money.
This will be interesting to see how the numbers actually play out, because his specials have a chance to disable gear on the opponent. It'll be interesting to know how often it triggers.
And how long it triggers for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because getting rid of all somebody's gear really totally cripples them for a lot of the higher level teams, right? And having somebody with even any gear versus somebody with straight up no gear is a huge difference.
Yeah. And the reason we've left it to be promoted and not done the promotion is for a couple things. One is because once we've done it, you can't see how much it costs and you can't see the base stats. So every once in a while we like to keep an extra just to be able to see that. But it doesn't make it obvious that if you complete the challenge, you do not unlock the character in the store. So complete challenge, you cannot promote him in the store.
Yeah, which is kind of crappy. And it makes the challenge reset even more important.
There's a bunch of talk about whether that was intentional or a bug with update 2.8.0. And, okay, so it might be a mistake that they intend to fix, but I'm actually a little bit worried that they planned it like that, because it showed up on both the iOS update and the Android update. Because as a counterpoint, hold on, let me just show you here. There was a reported problem with the gear sets, that on the LexCorp gear they switched over the 2 out of 3 property with the 3 out of 3, so that the protection from power drain was a 3 if you had all 3 equipped.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on Android. There's also a report on the 4th World gear that the revival, where you can come back after you get knocked out, was switched to 2 out of 3 instead of 3 out of 3, and that didn't happen here either.
The bottom one is 2 out of 3.
Oh wait, I'm totally.
Did they just switch the order?
They just switched the order. Hold on, then
wait.
Let's take another look. Yeah, they just switched the order on one of them, so that's what makes me think that was
weird.
kind of unintentional, right?
So, yeah, the fact that the formatting is actually totally different makes it seem kind of like that's an error and that it's meant to be fixed. Because the 2 out of 3 revival actually would make the gear set even more overpowered, because you get to cherry pick which of the other effects you'd want.
Yeah. Okay. So getting back to... Oh, and actually we should point this out too. The LexCorp gear now heals 60% chance of healing 4% per second over 5 seconds from Special 1 instead of what it used to say, which was 20%, and sometimes it would even heal 100% after the 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? So they have definitely made an adjustment to that.
And the way that healing gears are handled, it now says 100% chance of whatever percent health, which is normally 18, instead of just saying something like healing 18% health. So that potentially opens them up to having a lower percent chance of healing in the future, right? Or having it upgrade differently based off of how we're starting about. We're talking about the speculation of just, it's another variable that they can tweak.
Right. Health gain. So she can heal everybody on her team, just not herself. And that's 50% of the special's damage.
Yeah.
So
which is pretty good.
So let me just show you actually. Alright, so... Gold first. Who do we got? It was to show you the base stats of the new guys. What should I sort it? I guess damage would be the best way to sort it. So there you go. Some of the numbers on the new guys. Pretty good. Really high stats.
Yeah, like really high stats.
So they've got the highest damage now. And, yeah, pretty high health.
Yeah, you can sort it by health too.
Power creep.
So definitely they're making it better, and I don't know if that's just meant to be partially as an ad to the new show, right? To have everybody, or the new movie, to have everybody playing these characters as soon as they get their hands on it. But it is definitely power creep.
So you take a look here. So the problem that we were talking about earlier, did we even mention it about whether to take?
Whether to promote people.
Yeah. Okay. So once you bought the packs, they stay there. They're still there. There's a Dawn of Justice Gold pack, which is 35,000 more, and there's a Dawn of Justice Gear Locker, which is also 35,000 more than the regular one.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the update on the play stuff, and now we're going to update on the glitches and which ones work and don't work.
Okay, so the last laugh ticket glitch still works, but it does not work as well. Do you wanna?
Yeah. Okay. So it seems like it's not nearly as sensitive, so you don't get as many last laugh tickets when you tap a bunch.
Yeah.
Banking last laugh ticket still works. We can report that all the tickets we had banked before the update are still there. So
you didn't lose anything, so you can update if you are worried about that specifically. As mentioned earlier, or I guess we alluded to it but didn't specifically say it, the challenge reset still works. So even though the Dawn of Justice Superman pack remains after you buy it, so you can actually get him to Elite 7 legitimately, be careful about taking him in the multiplayer play, because there has been issues before with stuff like that where you've gotten banned because their internal logic for banning you for having that many of a card kicks in, even though technically there might be a way to get that many of a card. Like, there was one of the new challenge characters when people were playing with them in online, right?
Yeah. So our plan is to bring him to E3 only, and then bank 4 more extra copies from the challenge. And we're going to wait and see how the whole can't be promoted through the store thing goes before deciding what to do.
So the glitch for selling cards repeatedly without losing them no longer works. So, whether you're using the quick taps method or the lock-unlock method from the videos bearing the same names, those no longer work, and selling them will now make you lose those characters.
Right. So just a reminder, a bit of housekeeping, that if you're wondering if a glitch still works, check the title and description. As soon as we can test it for ourselves, which in the case of all these glitches was yesterday, the day the update came to Android, and if we see that there's a change in status, or even if there's a lot of interest and there isn't a change, a lot of people are asking if it still works, and it does, we will typically, when it's not working, we'll update the title. Either way, we will update the description whether it's working or it's not working, if we can confirm it. And sometimes we'll change the thumbnail too, but the thumbnail we can only change if we've saved the original picture that we used and we can find it.
Yeah.
So our plan is, if we can find time over the next few days, to do pack openings of both of the new Dawn of Justice packs to get an idea of the drop rates.
Which will hopefully provide some useful information to us. So anyways, I think that's everything we wanted to cover. I guess we'll just let this fight play out. Oh!
Or crash!
Good timing! Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Komoda.